Okay, and welcome back, students taking Math for Business and Finance and Math Applications. And we're working on the Chapter 10 word problems, the odd numbered problems. And we're down to problem number 29. Okay. Andre Michael bought a new boat. He took a loan for $24,500. That's the principal at 4.5% interest. That's the rate. For 2 years, that's the time. Okay. He made a partial payment at 2 months and another partial payment at 6 months. How much is due at maturity? Okay. Again, when we're making partial payments, we're talking about the US rule, right, which says when we make the partial payment, out of the partial payment, we pay the interest first, and then we use the remainder for the principal. Now, we did a problem like this, problem 10-23. And that was one whole video, took like 13 minutes. So yes, this problem is going to take some time, but I'm going to try to, cut it down short. Go back and watch the 10-23 video, as I'm just going to work through this problem because it's virtually identical to that one. Okay, so I'm going to start out here, and I'm going to draw myself a timeline. And so he takes a loan here for a principal of 24,500, and the interest rate is 4.5%. So this is for 2 years. Okay, and so he makes a partial payment at 2 months. Makes a partial payment of $4,500, and then another partial payment at 6 months for $3,000. And we want to know how much is due at maturity. Right, so we have to calculate the amount of interest for the 2 months first. And to do that, we're going to take the 24,500 and multiply it by the 4.5%. And since it's 2 months, 2 goes in the numerator and 12 goes in the denominator. I mean, why? Because that's an annual amount. Okay. We do the math. 24,5 times 0.045, that's 4.5%, times 2. And that gives me 2205 over 12. And I divide by 12, and I end up with interest of 183.75. So my interest in this period of time, the 2 months, is 183.75. Okay, and since $4,500 was the payment, I have to pay that interest off first. So I subtract the 183.75, and I'm left with 25 from 9 is 6, 1, 3, $4,316.25. So that's the amount that's going to go against the principal. All right. So at the end of 2 months, I have my beginning balance of 24,500, and I subtract out the amount that goes against the principal, and that gives me 75,371.02. So now I have a new adjusted balance of, not 7, 8, sorry, 8. I have a new adjusted balance of 20,183.75, because the amount that was being applied against the principal in this period of time is 4316.25. Okay. All right, so I have a new balance there. Now I'm going to erase all of this so I have space to work. And I'd be doing this on more than one page, by the way. Okay. Okay, so now that I have this new balance of $20,183.75 for my next period, right, which is this period here. Let me use green. It's still at 4.5% interest. And this time it's for 6 months over 12. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry, not 6 months. It's only for 4 months. Okay. Let me get my eraser. Made a mistake there. It's for 4 months. The reason why it's for 4 months, it says he made a payment at 2 months and another at 6 months. Well, if he made a payment at 2 and 6, at the 6 month period, that time frame there is only 4 months. Okay, so it's 4 over 12. So we take our 20,183.25. I'm sorry, 0.75. 20,183.75 times 0.045 for our interest times 4, and I get 3,633.075 over 12. So I divide by 12, and I end up with 302.756. So I round up to 302.76, and that's my interest. So during this period of time, my interest is equal to 302.76. And let me erase that and put it in a better place to be able to see it. So my interest is 302.76. And now we have to, we're making a payment of $3,000. So we subtract out the interest that's being paid up front. Oops, get that there. So we subtract out the 302.76, and we end up with, let's see, 2,796.2. We end up with $2,697.24 that goes against the principal. If I'm going to erase here, so pause the video and copy stuff down if you have to. If my principal amount at the beginning of that period was $20,183.75, and I subtract $2,697.24 of principal, and that gives me let's see here, 51,684.71. That gives me a new balance, new adjusted balance at this point in time of $17,486.51. So 17,486.51. Okay. Let me erase all of that. Oops. I do want to record that the principal here, okay, is $2697.24. Okay, so now I have a new balance at the 6 month mark. Okay. Now we're going all the way to maturity, so how much is that? Well, that's 1.5 years or 18 more months. Right. So we have the 17,486.51 times our 4.5% times our 18 months over 12. We do the math on that. 17,486.51 times 0.045 times 18, and that gives me 14,164.07. Divide that by the 12, and I have interest of $1,180.339, and I round up, so that's $11,080.34 of interest. Okay, so my new interest in this period of time, my interest is $11,080.34, and since we are now, since we're working from this period of time all the way to maturity, our maturity formula is principal plus interest, and since we know our interest is now $11,080.34, we add it to our principal. We knew that the principal is $17,486.51, so we add the $1,180.34, and we get a final payment amount of $18,666.85. Okay, so that's our payment at the maturity, at the 2-year mark, when that loan matures. Okay, and that's it. Now, of course, if we wanted to, we can, add the interests all together to find out how much we paid in interest. So I can add 183.75. I can add the 302.76, and I can add the 1180.34. Add those up, so that's 1115, 15, 18, 6, 16, 5, 6. So the total interest that was paid is $1,666.85. Okay. As you can see, these US rule ones take quite a long time to be able to calculate. So fortunately, as far as word problems are concerned, we don't have any more US rule ones, and we'll see if we have any more of those on the summary practice test. But here's your 2 prime examples of how to do it. Like I had said, problem 10-23, and of course now 10-29. Review them and have them stick in your head. I'll see you in the next video for problem 10-31.